I'm Carney Carnivore. You've seen me in such fine quality educational videos as Boyles Law and You and Drop That Bass into a Beaker of Acid. Today we're going to be looking at Boyles Law, where we have pressure and volume and no temperature to speak of because it's going to be constant. Okay, so we're going to examine Boyles Law, and we're going to be using several pieces of equipment here. So here they are. We have our beloved LabQuest. We have our, oh ho, the light went off. Time for me to go check it on. Oh, it's back on again. Motion sensors. You gotta love the technology. Okay, so here we go. So here's what we've got. We've got our LabQuest. We have our gas pressure sensor, and we have a syringe. Now it's already connected in there. Okay, and it's already set to go. So let's go ahead and let's see what are we supposed to do. Well, the first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to go and check this because I doubt it'll be ready for you guys to go. You have a gas pressure sensor unit. You have a syringe. Now, the syringe, this is important how you guys read this. Because if you'll notice on the sides here, there are three lines, three distinct black lines. The one at the top right here, see where it's in between my fingers? This is the one you want to pay attention to. This is the one that's connected to the little pyramid that you see on the inside, okay? That's very important. That's what we want. Now that it's at 10 milliliters, this is where you start. 10 milliliters. You're going to take it and, oh, look, here's our gas pressure sensor. Woo! And you're going to put that in like this and gently turn it until it turns no more. You don't have to sit there and go, no, you don't, okay? That would make the sensor very unhappy, and the sensor has feelings. All right, so now that's set. Let's take a look here. For here, you may notice it's already measuring. Well, it's not recording anything. It's just the gas pressure sensor is measuring. And it's measuring at 0.954, 0.955, okay? But if somebody thought it'd be really cool to change units, you can go back, hit the box, like I did. See how I hit the box and you got that window? Oh, let's go ahead and let's zoom in. Okay, let's go back. So if I want to change the units, hit the box, notice you get the window, go to change units, and oh wow, I'm going to try for PSI. And look, it's at 14.01 PSI, and some people would say, but wait, it's at the beach, it's 14.7. But we're not at the beach, are we? No. I want to go back and do ATM, which is how I want the lab to be done, where we're using ATM. So here we go, ATM. And we're back at 0.95. Okay, not a big deal. We're about ready to go. We're going to check our events with entry, and notice that we've got two columns. One is going to be the volume, and then one's going to be the pressure. Now that's already going to be set up for you guys, so you shouldn't have to worry about that. But I'm showing you, for the sake of completion, we can press OK. And you can double check up here on the screen here, events with entry. Event name, volume, and pressure. Now it's going to record the pressure. Okay, now we're about ready to go. So we're going to give a moment for, well, I've already given more than a moment for the pressure to stabilize. We're going to press down here in the left-hand corner. See the green triangle? It means play, which means that we can start data collecting. And if you notice, it goes a pressure of ATM from 0 to 2.5. And I don't know why the volume is going from 73 to 81, but we'll go with it. They want us to enter in the volume anyway, so we'll go with that. So right now it's waiting for us. It's not doing anything. It's just waiting for us. And you kind of notice that you have another button here that says keep, and it's got some funny little symbol there. It kind of looks like the Dharma Initiative symbol from Lost, if you've ever seen that. If not, don't worry about it. So I'm interested in keeping this particular data point. So I'm going to press keep, and you may notice there it says, hey, enter value for event. Okay, well, there's the volume in milliliters. Now, here's something you have to pay attention to. This sensor has its own little volume inside of it. So we, in order to be accurate and precise, we need to take that into account when we enter in our volume. So our volume was 10. Okay, so I'm going to enter 10. But then I'm going to enter a decimal, because we have to enter in that there is a 10.8. So there's a 0.8, a 0.8 milliliter volume you must add to every one of your trials. Okay, this is important. So there you go. So the pressure, you shouldn't have to worry about it. We're going to press OK. You'd say, but wait a minute, don't we have to enter the pressure? No, you don't. We put the pressure in there for the ATM. We're going to press OK. And notice we have a data point. Now, we're going to check. We're going to check up here. Notice where it says XY up here. That's going to be our data. And you notice, oh, look, there's 10.8. That's what we entered in. And oh, look, it already took the recording for us. Oh, my Lady Gaga, it's so simple. Wow. Yes. Now, we're going to go back to our little graph thing here. And what we're going to do, we're going to take this, and I am going to go and increase the volume. I'm going to go from 10 to 15. Now, in the lab instructions, it'll tell you what to do. So I'm going to go up to 15. I'm going to pull this up. It's about 15. Now, you may notice something, that if I pull up and I bring it up to 15, oh, and then you kind of notice, wait a minute, no, it's slipped. It's not at 15, it's back at 11. Yeah. So that means you're going to have to put a little oomph into it. Now, you don't have to put the oomph to the point that you're going out to pull the thing out. That's not the idea. So it's at 15, and I'm holding it. Okay? Now, I wait till this thing stabilizes. It's pretty stabilized. So I'm going to press keep. Now that I've pressed keep, I can let go of this. I can now let go of this. And now, instead of 10.8, I'm going to enter 15.8, like that. I'm going to press OK. I don't have to enter the pressure because it's going to do that for me automatically. Okay. And you notice, hey, there seems to be a third point. Well, let's take a look. On here, notice it says 10.8. 0.9514. Here it's 15.8, 0.6851. So it's managing our thing. Okay, let's go back. We're going to go back to our graph. Well, we can go to the fuel gauge if you want. There's the fuel gauge that gives us that. We can go to the tab here that gives us the graph. Okay, now our 2 points are here and here. Here we have our XY value. We're okay. So I'm going to go back, and I'm going to go back to the graph. Now, this time, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I am going to go ahead, and I'm going to put pressure into this, and you want to be careful about this. I'm going to put this down to about 9 or so. I'm going to push down, push, till again, that first line hits that 9 milliliter mark. There we go. So I'm waiting for this thing to sort of stabilize. I hit the keep, and it's at 9. So I'm going to press this again, and I'm going to enter 9.8. Again, I don't need to worry about entering the pressure because they'll give it to me. And there it is. So you kind of notice now you got 1 plot, 2 plots, 3 plots, and you say, well, wait a minute, what is this other dot for? I guess it's telling us where we were, where are we along the whole thing? Okay, and let's look at our XY. Let's check that out. So here we go. There's 10, there's 15, and then there's 9.8. All right. So I think at this point, let's do one more, and then we'll go, and I'm going to go to the fuel gauge for this one. And let's see if I can get this bad boy down to about 5. Maybe I can. I'm going to squeeze down to 5. Oh my gosh, this is not easy. Okay, so here I am. I'm at 5. Here we go. I'm going to hit keep. I can let go now because it's taken the recording. The moment you hit record, when it hits that keep button that's got that Dharma symbol on it, once you do that, then it automatically takes the pressure thing, and then your pal or partner or whomever is going to let go. Now, we can take this, put that in, and now it's going to be at 5 milliliters, but you have to add a plus 0.8. Okay, so that's going to be 5.8 not 55.8, that's a bit much. 5.8. Press OK. And now we can go back to our volume thing here, and notice now we're starting to get some data here, which is really cool. Okay, now we can look at the graph, and if you notice, look at our graph. Look at the graph that we have here. Now this thing here, I'm assuming this is because it's the last time. All right, and you may notice that there seems to be some kind of a pattern here. Okay, so what you're going to do on your papers, you are going to record your data. You're going to be doing this several times, and you're going to record the data onto your paper. Okay, everybody gets their own paper this time around, so I'm just letting you guys know. Okay, and with that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll try one more. Sheesh, why not? We got the time. Let's go ahead. Let's try one more time. Okay, and I am going to pull this thing out all the way to 20 if I can. Ready? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, and I'm pulling, and I'm pulling, and I'm pulling, and I'm pulling, and I'm pulling. Ooh, man, at 15, it's already getting hard to do, hard to keep that thing going. Okay, keep pulling, 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 pulling. I'm at 20. And it's, keep it. There we go. And now it is at 0.8. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to unscrew this. I'm going to bring this back to where it's at 10. So we're good to go there for the next run. And let's take a quick look at our data. Oh, look, I got the data here, and if you notice, hey, the bigger the volume, the smaller the pressure. Wow, that's a shock. Okay, now let's go over to our beloved graph, and you kind of notice that our graph is making a nice, cute little line. Yeah, so that's kind of looking cool here for us. So anyways, this is the basic idea behind the lab, and hopefully you got something beneficial out of this. And as I say, this is it. This is it for the lab, ladies and gentlemen. I hope this helps you guys out. And, well, I'll see you in the lab. Take care.